Disney, I'm enjoying these live action remakes. I know you're having a great time making money. You're gonna do Jungle Book 2 and you got Lion King coming up. I'm enjoying these live action Disney movies remakes, so you could kind of say remake. But you know, me personally, I'm just waiting for the little toaster that could. Where's that movie? I want it. I want a live action toaster and a vacuum going across country. I need it. The little toaster, the brave little toaster. That's what it's called. Brave little toaster. Where's that? I want to see that. Aladdin. This is the new Disney live action from the original movie, Aladdin, which of course, Robin Williams is Genie, Robin Wallaby's the Genie, and people were everywhere were like, Will Smith's gonna be the Genie, and then we saw the trailer, and the Entertainment Weekly pictures came out, and we were all like, what are they doing? He's not blue. And then when they showed him he's blue, they were like, he's blue, and he's really blue. And so this movie, everyone's just hating on it before they even walk into the theater. And I personally, I love the original Aladdin. I love it. Street rats, I don't buy that. I love the original Aladdin. I grew up watching Aladdin. I did. I grew up watching it. I love Robin Williams. It is what it is. Now the movie's basically, I'm not gonna tell you the story. It's Aladdin. It's the story of Aladdin, just told in live action with Will Smith as the Genie. So let's get into it, guys. So this movie is directed by Guy Ritchie, the guy who did Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2, Snatch, and like Lock, Stock, and something. What is the last? Oh, I can't remember. Either way, Guy Ritchie, when I heard he was going to do this movie, I was like, oh, it's a musical, right? It's so going to be musical, and he's going to do it? Okay, so we're going to get slow motion shots for sure. This movie has that. And this movie's going to have a certain feel to it with action scenes and fast-paced scenes. It had that. So what did I think about the live-action Aladdin, the movie that everyone hates on before going into? And my honest opinion, I had a blast with the movie. I don't think it's better than the original. No, no, no. The original is the original. Aladdin is Aladdin. 1992 original Aladdin will always be the original and better Aladdin. But for 2019, a live-action, updated version of Aladdin, it is exactly what it needed to be, and it achieved that goal, and I think it achieved it in the best way possible. It's not a perfect movie, so let's start with the greatness thing. First things first, I'm going to start with this. Naomi Scott as Jasmine was literally the most perfect casting because she killed it. She had a great song in the movie, and she was just a great character. It gave her a good story about women and becoming a queen and marrying a prince and everything. She just was Jasmine. She was perfect. They totally A+ casting on Jasmine, in my opinion. She was amazing in the movie. The guy who plays Aladdin did an awesome job. He was funny, he was enthusiastic, you really cared about the character Aladdin, especially when he became a prince. You saw his journey of him becoming into a prince, even though he's not, he wished for it to become a prince. Prince Ali, as he called himself, just like in the original, which I really enjoyed. So overall, I thought he was awesome as Aladdin, and their relationship and their chemistry was awesome. They were together awesome, and the whole new world scene, the music scene, that scene, they nailed it. They really did a good job with that scene. Again, everything between them two and their relationship and how they talked and the dialogue and everything with them, every scene they're in together, they just bounced off each other really well, and you could tell they really did have great chemistry on set, and you like that stuff. And he also had really good chemistry with Will Smith, which we'll get to in a minute. And then the guy who played Jafar, I will say this, I enjoyed what they did with him. Obviously, he's younger than the old Jafar in the original movie, but in this one, he's more of he's younger, I would say, and I would say he did the part good enough for me. He's not the original, but he did the part well enough. He was evil, really cliche evil laugh and everything. They did stick there was something I was wanting how the original movie Aladdin ended, the big live action ending scene in the original, how that ended, if I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen the original Aladdin. But I was wondering if they were going to do that certain scene in the new one. They did, and I was like, okay, and I'm going to say the ending, it did turn into a CGI fest for like 3 minutes. It was fine. It was really quick in and out. But I will say that 3 minutes, it was a bunch of CGI. I was like, alright, this has gone a little too... This reminded me of Suicide Squad a little bit. But Jafar was fine. He was evil. He played the part he needed to be. He kind of overacted in some parts. Overall, Jafar, if I had to say my biggest issue, I would say him, just because it's... I know I shouldn't compare it to the original, but He just isn't the original. He wasn't despicable evil like this. I mean, he was evil, but he played the part well enough. I didn't think, like, the guy who played Aladdin and Naomi's guy who played Jasmine, they became the character and they kind of brought the character to life. The guy who played Jafar, I mean, he brought the character to life, but he just played it, I don't know. I really just, I can't compare. I gotta compare him to the original. He just wasn't my Jafar. And he did the part well enough, and I hope he has success in the future. And now let's talk about it. It's been a few minutes, let's talk about it. Will Smith is the genie, and he's no Robin Williams. Not at all. Robin Williams is the genie, he will always be the genie. But Will Smith knocked out the park, in my opinion. I mean, there is the word definition, a star, a person that makes you want to watch a movie. I love Will Smith, and watching this movie, when he came into the movie, because the first 20 minutes is Aladdin and everything, and the original story, and him, street rat, and all that kind of stuff, and when they finally bring Will Smith in as the genie, he just brings the movie to a complete, like not halt, but it changes. The movie, it becomes a Will Smith movie, which is not really a bad thing. He just brings the movie to life, and that's what you call a superstar. That's what you call a star. A movie star, right there. And Will Smith, I thought for what it was and what he did, he made it his own character, and he killed it, to be honest. He really did. I thought he did an awesome job. And there's a great comedy bit between him and Princess Jasmine's little assistant. There's a great storyline between that, and again, I really enjoyed Will Smith as the genie. I thought he was going to be the worst part. Turns out, Will Smith was the best part of this movie. He was awesome as the genie. And I will say this, he was way more blue than he is a live person. I know there's a contract of him, Will Smith has to be human, to his face, Will Smith, because he's Will Smith. But he was blue a lot in this movie, and it was sometimes a little distracting. But overall, I mean, again, his chemistry between him and Aladdin was super great. The music in this movie was really good from Will Smith overall. Everyone had great music scenes. I thought the music was really good. I thought the action scenes felt like Guy Ritchie, I can't lie. But I think Guy Ritchie did a good job with a lot of things. I just think the music and the musical scenes and the dance choreography, not the choreographer's fault. I'm going to blame Guy Ritchie for it. He kind of just set the camera down, just set it down and just let him film. There's no like movement with the camera and the movement of the characters and all kinds of stuff. So I will say Guy Ritchie did a good job, but someone probably could have done better. Like, I just saw Rocket Man a week ago. The guy who did Rocket Man, he could have done this movie and he would have brought the dance choreography to life and really enthusiastic and all that kind of stuff. And Guy Ritchie did a lot of that he also wrote the movie. He did it with good dialogue and the characters and chemistry and all that kind of stuff. But the musical scenes, he could have brought more to life, in my opinion. He could have done a lot more with it. But overall, the movie had fun scenes. The movie is funny. It had good costumes looked great. The sets, everything in this movie looked really good. CGI in a few parts looked a little meh, especially towards the end. Yeah, the very end. But again, the movie is what it needed to be. It's a live-action, updated Aladdin. And for my enjoyment, I enjoyed the movie in IMAX tonight. I had a blast watching it. I didn't hate it. I don't think it's better than the original. I don't even think it's a great movie. I think it's an enjoyable, really good, go to the theater and see it, and kids are going to love it, and I really recommend it to any kids who have a family who have kids out there. I really recommend going to see it. It's a good time at the movie theater. Overall, Aladdin is not the original, but it is definitely a good movie, and I'm gonna give it a solid high B. If you hate me for liking a movie, I'm sorry, but from my honest opinion, I had a good time at this movie. I was smiling in some scenes, and again, I have issues with Jafar and certain aspects of, like, I will say the original is like an hour and 30 minutes. This movie is like 2 hours and something minutes. The movie does add a little extra luggage to it, which some of it felt kind of cool how they went there, but some of it was like, you can chop this up a little bit. But again, I had a blast in the movie. I'm sorry the movie review is a few days late, but that's perfectly fine. I saw it, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.